welcome back here to Choccolocco Park for semifinal number 2 of the 2018 Calhoun County Baseball Tournament. And this one will feature the Oxford Yellow Jackets taking on the Jacksonville Golden Eagles from here in Oxford tonight. And Grady Sapp alongside Brandon Steele back with you. And the wind has not subsided and the cold is not getting any better.
No, I'm going to stick my hands in your hot coffee here in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to stay hot. We're going to have to drink that pretty quick, and I can't let it get too light or it'll be out on the audience in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
As it is continuing to be a very blustery night, to say the least, here at Choccolocco Park, and very cold conditions, and it's going to be tough playing tonight for these two baseball teams.
Yeah, we saw the first matchup with Alexandria and Piedmont, and the wind and the airs, and I'd probably say that some of that had a lot to do with the weather, you know, with it being so cold. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how this game's going to fare.
Yeah, it's going to just get colder as the night goes, so you got to think that that's going to make it tougher on these competitors. And we saw the wind really play havoc with especially some of the outfielders in game number 1 tonight.
Yeah, when the pop flies and stuff, you saw the outfielders kind of circle around the ball, couldn't get no trajectory on it. A lot of missed opportunities on both teams. So kind of be looking for the same thing now, because this wind has not died down, still blowing a straight about a 20-mile-per-hour gust out towards right field. And then the temperatures, you know, it's cold. You know, your fingers go numb, hard to field the ball. Artificial turf out here at Oxford Choccolocco Park. So be interesting to see how they can handle the conditions.
Indeed it will, and we are just a few minutes away from getting this one underway, so we'll grab our first time out of the broadcast. We're back with more coming up here on the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did. The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
At Choccolocco Park here, where the Oxford Yellow Jackets are fixing to take on the Jacksonville Golden Eagles for game 2 here in the semifinal match. Winner will take on the Alexandria Valley Cubs tomorrow at 6 o'clock. In a windy night,
to say the least, and you're promising the wind will be better tomorrow, right?
I'm promising. Just cold.
It's just cold tomorrow.
Just cold.
Well, we can probably live with cold if we can get the wind to die down just a bit.
It looks like it's picked up a little bit since the first game.
I think you're right. I think it's actually gotten stronger. As the Yellow Jackets being introduced, wearing the black jerseys tonight. Of course, Jacksonville will be the visitors. They will lead off the game here in the top of the first inning. And for Jacksonville, I think it's important to get off to a good start in this one.
It is. That's kind of like what happened in the first game, you know, a bunch of errors, and Alexandria was able to jump on top, you know, 8-1 in the first inning. Don't know if we'll see that here in this second game, but, you know, that would be the message I would preach to my team. Let's get in here and let's get up on our opponents early and build a comfortable lead and let our pitching kind of carry us through the rest of the game.
Well, that will certainly be the game plan for Jacksonville as they come in here with a winning record, as do the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Oxford at 6-3 coming into this ball game tonight. And, you know, neither team has played a ton of baseball yet. The season is new. Of course, you're having this tournament early in the year. Jacksonville comes in with a mark of 5-4. And, of course, only played the 9 games, got in with a win over Pleasant Valley. And to get here to this point, the Yellow Jackets just about ready to go. And that'll be Jaron Turner, who will be your starting pitcher tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Leading off for Jacksonville is going to be number 2 tonight for the Golden Eagles. Colton Clark takes a strike here to open this one.
Good hard fastball to start off the inning.
Swing and a miss for Clark.
Goodness gracious, he's got some heat.
Quickly finds himself in an 0-2 hole.
Got a few pitches to play with now.
And that one's low.
Tried his curveball, hit the dirt. That's what you do. Throw a couple of fastballs, get ahead of the count.
And there's a ball lifted into center field and drifting under it and making the play for the Yellow Jackets. Your center fielder, no problem there. One away early in this ball game, and looking good so far is Turner on the mound for the Yellow Jackets.
No sunlight to fight out there in the outfield, so then you got the lights you got to work with.
Yeah. Next up for the Golden Eagles, Dylan Murphy.
I've heard a lot of news out of Dylan Murphy. Heard he's a good power hitter.
Takes that one high. Goodness, Turner is bringing the heat tonight.
He is throwing a good hard fastball. That was just a little high.
And again, the heat in there for a strike. There's Murphy. Got to be thinking, goodness, the ball's coming hard.
Fast, too.
Yeah. Turner, low with that one.
Goodness.
2-1 now to count to Dylan Murphy.
That's some of the hardest pitching I've seen yet.
And that's inside for a ball. So run the count to 3-1 now.
So it'll be a good pitch to hit, but I don't think he's straying away from the fastball too much. Got a little meeting with umpire with the Jacksonville third base coach.
Yeah. Comes in to talk with Murphy. And I think he's trying to say that the ball hit Murphy. Nicked him on the arm. The umpires are going to talk well. And they're going to agree that it did. Got him on the arm, so Murphy is down to first, hit by a pitch. So that'll get one aboard for the Golden Eagles, and that brings Blake Morris to the plate now for Jacksonville.
You got to sell that.
He was pointing to his arm real emphatically.
I'd fall down.
Yeah, you need to fall down and roll around in the dirt a little bit. Yeah.
Like one of them kickers in football.
Yeah. One out, one on for Jacksonville. Oh, there's a hard foul tip straight back by Morris, not able to catch up on the Turner fastball.
Throwing some very hard heat. It's going to take a little bit to get around on that.
Swing and a miss for Blake Morris. Now finds himself in an 0-2 hole. 1 on, 1 out here. Top of the first inning, just underway here at Choccolocco Park. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes.
Whoa.
And a quick throw down to first. Trying to catch Dylan Murphy off the bag, not in time, but 2 away here for Turner. He has looked impressive, to say the least, Brandon.
He does, and he doesn't mess around up on the mound. His delivery is quick. If you're not ready, it's coming.
Hard to be ready for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that fastball's getting around there about 90 miles an hour.
Quick throw down to first base.
Goodness, the wind is blowing hard.
Austin Lackey is at the plate. Quick fire down to first base. Close play as Murphy just barely gets back on that one.
Almost had him.
It's a good move to first base.
And he's not playing too far off the bag either.
No. And it's all he can do to get back. Quick move by Turner. Lackey will stand in. Has yet to see a pitch from Turner.
He might get some before the night's over with.
There's one. It's a strike right in there.
He's not getting fancy. He's just throwing the heat.
Yep. Challenging every hitter, and so far they have not been up to the task. Quick throw, and that one gets away down at first base. but quickly retrieved.
You know, we didn't see that too much in the first game, you know, but he's really trying to keep that runner held on that first.
Brendan McCullough, the first baseman. Coming in for Lackey. That one a little high, 1-1.
Trying to get that fastball going again.
Swing and a miss by Lackey. 1-2.
Goes. Runner goes.
Second base. The throw a little high, but nice play down there by the second baseman to keep that from getting away and getting in the outfield.
Yeah, he had to do a basketball jump to get that play.
That was Brantley Berger off.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a little bit to play with here. Might see some off-speed stuff.
Turner comes home and Lackey fouls that one over on the first base side. Out of play.
See if he tries to go with an off-speed pitch.
There's the ball. Bounced up to Turner, going to fire it over to first base, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 innings. Save for the hit batter for Turner, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Oxford coming to bat here on the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA. Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
First inning for the Oxford Yellow Jackets is Turner does a nice job on the mound and kind of hit batsman, but other than that, it was in order, and he looked very strong, did he not, Brandon?
He did. I hadn't seen a fastball like that in a long time. The batters were actually having a hard time getting around on it. His off-speed pitch was working good. He's getting ahead of the batters, you know, with a fastball working for him, fouling a bunch off, getting ahead of the count, and got out of the inning with no damage. And your hot coffee's working good, warming my hands.
Well, I'm glad I could help you with something there. Just about said Oxford coming to the plate here in the bottom half of this opening inning. Second semifinal. Winner of this one will face the Alexandria Valley Cubs tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at Alexandria Advanced. So you can't set that down. It'll blow away. Number 2 for the Oxford Yellow Jackets will lead things off here in the inning. That is Brody Seiler. He is the center fielder for the Yellow Jackets.
Be interesting to see this because, you know, Jacksonville's known for their good pitching.
Dylan Murphy is your pitcher tonight for the Golden Eagles. Comes in and misses with that one, so ball 1.
He's got him a pretty nice little fastball going.
Here comes Murphy. There's a ball pulled foul down the first base line that time by Brody Seiler.
See if he can get him with a little off-speed pitch here. 1-1 the count.
And Sire going to dribble one down to first. Murphy covering at first base. Misses the bag, I thought, but they say that he gets it, so 1 away. I thought that was, I thought he missed it, but maybe I'm wrong.
Looks like my 20/20 vision might be off, but I agree with you. Looks like he missed the bag. Nobody else going to say nothing.
Next up for the Yellow Jackets, right fielder is Howard will step in.
Looks like the wind shifted a little bit.
Inside to Howard from Murphy that time. Had to kind of jump out of the way.
Good fastball there on the inside.
And Howard will take strike one in there.
Painted that outside corner with the fastball that time.
And that one misses low for Murphy. So 2-1 the count. One away here in the bottom of the first inning. No hits so far in this ball game. Here's Murphy outside with that one. Runs the count to 3-1.
I'll have to throw him a strike here.
And there's a foul straight back to our left here, just over the third base side. And that one got out in the parking lot. That was headed in the general direction of my truck, but it did not get there. High and outside for ball 4, so that's going to send Howard down to first base and bring him to the plate now. It'll be number 13, Hayden Green.
Good hard pitching. He just couldn't get it. He's trying to paint that outside corner and just kept hitting that outside pitch, and Howard's on first base.
Let me correct myself. I believe that's number 10. That is Brennan McCullough. Throw over to first from Murphy. No problem there getting back for Howard.
We didn't see a lot of that in the first game. Them trying to paint the run, get the runners back to first. So.
Austin Lackey, your first baseman, there comes out to have a word with Murphy. Swing and a drive out into left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And we've got our first hit of the night. That one delivered by McCullough. That'll put runners on first and second for the Yellow Jackets with one away. And next to the plate is Tate Adams. He is number 9 for Oxford.
Looked like the balls go to Carey, and the left fielder just kind of paused. I think the wind got a hold of that one too and dropped it in there.
It did.
Definitely put on the brakes, and the ball fell right in front of him. The wind has shifted though.
Yeah. Oh, has it?
Yeah. You can say it's not blowing towards right field. It's actually blowing away.
Well, I wish it would shift a little more and get out from across here. And they're trying to catch the runner off second base. Getting back quickly there was Howard.
Runner in scoring position. Oxford would like to get a base hit here and get him on the round.
Adams. That was getting away from the catcher, and that's going to advance the runners up to second and third. We got a pinch runner who had stepped in for Howard. He's over to third base now.
Pop fly will score a run.
Yeah, Adams with a chance to drive in the first run of the night for Oxford here. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Murphy comes home. That's a rip shot down to third base, but foul.
Goodness. Just a tad bit late on it. It'll be interesting to see how Oxford's power hitting goes against Jacksonville's pitching.
Adams will settle back in. 1-1 now count. Murphy will step off the mound. Now steps back on. We're ready to go. Bottom of the first inning. No score in this one yet. Oxford threatening. Adams swing and a miss for strike 2.
Good fastball there across the plate. Got a few pitches to play with now, but I don't think he's going to play too much with runners in scoring position. I want the ball to get away from the catcher.
And that's outside.
And that's why he was thinking about it.
Yep. 2-2 the count now on Tate Adams. Runs it full, 3-2, in danger of loading them up here. This powerful Yellow Jacket offense.
I think he just needs to stick with his fastball and get it across the plate.
That ball was fouled, so staying alive is Adams. Did a good job just to get a piece of that one. I think he was listening to you.
3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Got to throw a strike here, so I'm expecting to see his fastball come across there. Batter's sinking in there.
Murphy fires away. Adams launches one out into deep left field. That's going to get to the wall, and Oxford is going to lead this one 2-0. Adams churning around second base. He is going for 3. Here comes the throw. It's in there, not in time, and Adams is safe with a triple, and the Yellow Jackets lead it 2-0.
Hardest hit we've seen tonight. He knocked a rocket out there around 375 feet. Hit the warning track with it. Wind looked like it picked up, and that ball carried and sailed.
And it was hit rather hard as well.
Sure was.
And now up, Hayden Green will step into the batter's box now for the Yellow Jackets. They lead it 2-0 here on 2 hits here in the opening inning. Murphy comes home, and that one is going to be outside for a ball, low. It's Hayden Green. Again, settles in here at the plate. That one's inside, misses again. So 2-0, and Murphy's starting to fall behind batters, and against this team, that's not a good idea.
No, Oxford's got some hot bats, and when all you got working for is your fastball, you got to get ahead of the count and see what your other stuff you got to throw.
There's a ball chopped up the middle. Murphy doesn't field it cleanly. Oxford is up 3-0 and out at first. That was a great throw. That was a great throw that time, as rifling it across was Colton Clark. And that was a heck of a throw to get him there, Brandon.
It was. He didn't panic. The ball came right off his glove. He picked it up, missed it with his hand, stayed on it, got him out at first.
But it was enough to score the 3rd run of the night for the Yellow Jackets. So they break on top. And Caden Higgins will step to the plate now for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Higgins takes a strike from Murphy. 3 runs on 2 hits for the Yellow Jackets. Higgins will take ball 1 down inside, so that evens it up at 1-1.
Still trying to paint that inside corner with his fastball.
There's a chop. Ball down the 3rd base line. It goes foul. So Higgins will step back in. Pops that one up and fouls it away.
Another fastball there. Now he's ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now maybe he can have a few pitches to play with here and see what he's got. Probably see a little all-speed pitch here and see if he can get him out of the inning.
American flag standing straight out in center field, and that one misses for a ball from Murphy, as the wind, if anything indeed, from the first game has gotten harder.
For sure. All-speed pitch just missed a little bit upside. There goes.
High fly ball carrying deep out in right field and over the head of your right fielder. That was wind aided as Caden Higgins rounds 3rd. And he is going to be all the way to 3rd base.
Perfect shot of the wind there.
Yep.
It carried. I thought it was going to carry it on out of the park.
It just rode and rode and rode, and we didn't see that as much in the first game, but we've certainly seen it having an effect here in game number 2. Here is your pitcher, Jaron Turner. Stepping to the plate, can help his own cause here. He's already up 3-0. Got a runner in scoring position in Caden Higgins.
Fastball misses upstairs.
Misses upstairs again. 2-0 to Turner. Looks like he would possess a little power as well.
He does.
And he rips it down into left field. A solid single for Jared Turner, and Oxford now up 4-0.
Just can't get ahead of the batters on his pitches, you know.
Yeah,
Keep on them fastballs.
Murphy turned on that one with ease. That'll bring Trey Higgins to the plate for the Yellow Jackets.
I just see a corn dog go flying.
No, I got the corn dog in my hand. I saved it. Pinch runner on the bases now for Turner. As Higgins steps in. That one is outside from Murphy.
Run on first, better watch it. He's known to throw it over there. He's getting him a nice lead.
Here's a pitch outside again from Murphy. As he's having trouble locating his pitches, and that's getting him behind, as you mentioned, and that's giving Oxford a free swing.
Yeah, he's trying to paint that outside corner with that fastball, and it's just drifting on him a little bit. Goodness, I hadn't seen wind like this in a long time.
I think we're reaching that 30, 35 mile an hour gust that we were promised today. There's a strike from Murphy.
Wow. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Higgins stands in. There goes the runner. Pitch is low and outside, and that's a stand-up steal there.
Good throw, just a little late.
Yeah. Tough pitch to handle low and outside to try to throw out a base runner. So runner in scoring position now for Higgins. Swings and lifts it out into left field. That is a fair ball.
Wow.
And Oxford leads it now 5-0 and safe with a double. There's Trey Higgins, and the Yellow Jackets are just feasting on Murphy's pitching right now to start this ball game, and I think the wind really kind of got that one and held it up too.
It did. That's why I said, wow. I mean, it was heading way out of bounds, and it just flopped right back in the field.
Yeah. Caden Sparks will step in now for the Yellow Jackets. Again, a runner in scoring position, and Higgins down at second base. Here's Sparks. 5-0. The Yellow Jackets have exploded here in the bottom of the first inning. And that one is a little dribbler, going to be foul down the first base line.
Wind won't catch that one.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm freezing to death. I know them players are going to be cold.
They're young and tough. We're old and not so much. I'm freezing to death too.
Having a little problem there. The fastball hit a little outside there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss by Sparks. In the hole now, 1-2. Murphy trying to get out of this inning. It's been a rough one. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Yellow Jackets.
When his fastball's working, it's working, but
Sparks hits one right up the middle, fielded cleanly, fired over to first, gets by. There's an error on the throw from the shortstop, and Oxford leads it now 6-0 as that one from Colton Clark, just an error. And that'll be the first error of the game, and now the Yellow Jackets tack on another one.
when it rains, it pours.
Yes, it does.
But you know, them hard pitches, I played first base a couple of times, and them low throws, they're really hard to get.
So we're going to have a visit to the mound right now as this one has started in a rough way for the Golden Eagles. As Dylan Murphy seen 6 runs given up here in this opening inning for the Yellow Jackets. They they've scored at will against this Golden Eagle team. And had a visit to the mound there, just trying to settle down Dylan Murphy. We kind of saw this scenario in the first game as Alexandria plated 8 runs in that inning.
Wind is consistent at 15 miles an hour with
Gusted?
gust up to 35.
We've been feeling more of the gust at 35 since this one started.
We haven't seen wind like that in a while.
No, we have not.
And it is wreaking havoc on that ball.
There it is. Brody Sire, second appearance at the plate here, as the Yellow Jackets have batted around. Fake throw by Murphy. Nobody on the bag. That one's high. Ball 1.
He's having a hard time planting that fastball, but he's still throwing hard.
Yeah.
He just can't seem to get ahead of the count so he can reach in his toolbox and see some other pitches.
That one's outside, knocked down, and a good job of knocking that one down, keeping it in front of him by the catcher for the Golden Eagles, Blake Morris. There's a pitch that's high and outside. 3-0 count now on Sire.
Still staying after him with the fastball.
There's a strike from Dylan Murphy. 3-1 now the count on Sire.
Two outs. I bet he wants to get out of this inning.
You know he does, having given up 6 runs. There's a ripped foul ball over just past the Yellow Jacket dugout.
Just a little slow getting around on it.
And faking the throw to second. I think in this situation, I don't know that I'd be too worried about the guy at second. I'd be worried about just getting a strike over here to Sire and try to get out of this inning. And swing and a miss for Sire, and the inning comes to a close, but Oxford played 6 of them on 5 hits, 1 error by the Yellow Jackets, or by the Golden Eagles. The Yellow Jackets lead at 6-0 after 1 here on the Friday Night Network.
Face it, when buffering arrives, the party's over. So ditch your slow internet and get Cable One. It has speeds of up to 100 megabits, and that is 10 times faster than AT&T. No buffering, no stuttering, just the ultimate streaming experience. So bring home Cable One and make buffering a thing of the past. Cable One, the face of fast.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
We welcome you back here to Choccolocco Park as we go to inning number 2. Golden Eagles with their second base runner of the night, Turner.
I think he got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, that's the second one of the night. Turner likes to work the inside of that plate. Now at the plate, Kyle Seeger batting for the Golden Eagles. outside. Evens the count at 1-1.
He does not like them hugging his plate. Looks like he slowed his delivery down a little bit from the first inning.
Kind of settling in. Swing and a miss by Seeger. In the hole now, 1-2.
Good fastball right around the eyeballs. Couldn't lay off of it. 2 strikes.
There's a
Pretty curveball.
it's away from the catcher as it hits in the dirt.
All the curveballs been hitting the dirt tonight.
Sparks had to look around and find it. That'll get the runner into scoring position now for the Golden Eagles.
Because them fingers are numb.
Joshua Glass down at second base. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Turner.
Hey, if the fastball's working, why go to anything else?
Kyle Seeger is retired. Yeah, exactly. Now Brandon Sharping will step to the plate for the Golden Eagles. 1 away.
Well, I like his name. He's going to get a hit.
Swing and a miss by Sharping.
Good fastball right down the middle. Wow, he throws hard.
Yes, he does. There's a hit. It's right up the middle and out. And a double play. What a play by the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The shortstop coming across and making one heck of a play. And the Yellow Jackets are out of the inning. They lead it 6-0 after 2 here on the Friday Night Network.
Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
Your pet is an important part of your family that returns love and care unconditionally. And right now's the best time to think about your pet's care for the spring months ahead. Greenbrier Animal Clinic in Anniston has been taking care of pets in the Calhoun County area for over 3 decades. Call now and schedule your pet for their annual vaccinations, flea and tick treatment, or grooming. Dr. Bill Brom and Dr. Elizabeth Main ensure your pet always sees a vet. X-ray, lab, and the latest surgical facilities on site ensures quality health care. Greenbrier Animal Clinic. Warm hearts, treating cold noses.
We move to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Yellow Jackets with a commanding 6-0 lead after a spectacular play at short to close out that second inning for the Golden Eagles and erase the hit batsman. And the Yellow Jackets looking good on both sides of it.
Yeah, Glass was trying to get back to the bag, and the ball was hit right there to the shortstop, and he caught the ball in the air and landed right on top of the bag and double play.
And just like that, inning over. So Dylan Murphy quickly back out on the mound and has to go back to work. And right back to him this time, knocks it down, turns and fires it over to first, and he will be in time to retire Howard. So quickly gets out number 1. Now back to the plate is Brennan McCullough. Did some damage in the first inning. Of course, most of the Yellow Jackets did in that opening inning.
A lot of damage. I think that front's moving on through. The wind's dying down a little bit.
Outside to McCullough from Murphy.
He just can't seem to get that fastball to drop in there.
Ball bounces in for ball 2.
Seen him rotating his arm there. That's usually a sign you got a little discomfort.
Turns on that one, does Howard, and fouls it back over the top of the building.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Howard hits that one down. First baseman's going to have it. Get it over to Murphy, who covers and hits awkward. I hope he's okay, and he is. So that's 2 away quickly, as it was a good play in the field that time by the first baseman, number 22. That is Lackey, Austin Lackey, and a good play by Murphy to cover that one.
It was. Very good play. Just like draw it up, first baseman to cover, and let your pitcher run to the bag.
Tate Adams delivered a big blow in that first inning as he drove it into the gap in left center.
Starting to locate his fastball right there around the knees. That's where you want it. 1 strike.
Murphy. There's a foul ball straight back again over the top of the building. This one by Adams. So quickly in the hole, 0-2.
0-2, had the batter, 2 out, so he's got a few pitches here to play with. Get to reach into those toolbox, see what he's got. All-speed pitch, a little high.
So 1-2 the count now for Tate Adams. Stands in, nobody on. There's a swing, and he's going to drive one down into right field, and the catch is made. And that will end it as that was a tough catch out there by the wind. So after 2, it's Oxford on top by 6 here on the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Face it, when buffering arrives, the party's over. So ditch your slow internet and get Cable One. It has speeds of up to 100 megabits, and that is 10 times faster than AT&T. No buffering, no stuttering, just the ultimate streaming experience. So bring home Cable One and make buffering a thing of the past. Cable One, the face of fast.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
DeMonte Loud steps in for the Golden Eagles. And he is behind, or ahead of the count, 2-0.
Goodness gracious. Hard strike right there at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Top of the 3rd inning. Oxford exploded for 6 runs in that first inning on 5 hits, 1 error by the Golden Eagles. And nothing on the board, all zeros other than the error for Jacksonville. As Loud takes ball 3. Now gets a 3-1 count in his favor. There's a check swing, and in there for a strike was the pitch from Turner.
Got him a full count. Might try to get him with an all-speed pitch here.
Brandon Hurd on deck now for the Golden Eagles. Loud takes ball 4, so for the 3rd consecutive inning, Jacksonville has the leadoff hitter on board. This time it's via a walk instead of a hit batsman. Brandon Hurd steps in, and into the on-deck circle will be Austin Patterson. Next, they make that Colton Clark.
I won't be surprised he throws a couple of pitches over to first base. He's got a mean return on that.
Hurd looks at ball 1 outside, humming in there.
The runner's not going too far from first.
There's a strike from Turner.
You can't throw it better than that. That was right there on the inside corner. Fastball, perfect pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a swing and a miss by Hurd. Down in the count 1-2 now.
See what he's got in his toolbox. He's ahead of the count.
Swings and misses. Hurd is retired on strikes. Now Colton Clark will step in with 1 away.
Caught him with an off-speed pitch.
Turner is an impressive pitcher.
He is. See that ball coming there 85, 90 miles an hour, and then it slows down.
Brings the heat, this time low and away. Or low and inside, I should say. So that'll be ball 1.
He's able to paint that inside corner with that fastball.
That's in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Clark can do nothing but just look at that
That's
one.
all you can do. Nothing fancy, just throw it in there.
Runner goes.
Uh-oh, might have him.
Oh, it
Nope.
gets through. The ball gets past the second baseman, but Loud was not looking. And strike 2 in there on Clark, but Loud does advance down to second base, gets himself into scoring position.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. He might be able to throw something here and play with him.
There is a swing, driving it down the third base line, looking the runner back to second, fired over to first. In time, nice play there by Adams. And that's 2 away now for the Golden Eagles here in the bottom or top of the 3rd inning.
They just cruising with it.
1 more to go here for Turner to get out of the inning. Loud down at second. That's as far as Jacksonville has had a base runner advanced so far tonight in this one. Strike in the inside corner. You can throw it that hard and you can locate it. You are next to impossible to hit.
You are. There's no reason to throw anything else. He's just painting that inside corner with that fastball.
And it comes outside with that one and misses. Evens the count at 1-1.
I get him an off-speed pitch here.
Outside in there for the outside pitch just across the outside corner, and it's 1-2. So now he's getting you inside and outside. Tall task right now for Dylan Murphy, who you know would like to get a run across, trailing 6-0. On deck circle right now for the Golden Eagles is number 3. That's Blake Morris. Here's his pitch outside this time from Turner. Evens it up at 2-2.
Paint both corners with that fastball.
Time taken by Murphy now.
Yeah, they'd like to get a hit here and get that second baseman around.
There's a swing and a miss, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and still trailing 6-0 the Golden Eagles as we come to the bottom of the 3rd. Oxford up next here on the Friday Night Network.
Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Bottom of the third coming up. Oxford commanding lead in this one 6-0 right now over Jacksonville Golden Eagles. And we've got a new pitcher out there for the Golden Eagles, it looks like. That is number 10, who has taken over the pitching duties, Brandon Charping, your favorite guy.
There we go. Good things to come. Jacksonville had a pretty good inning that was able to get, like you said, get a runner over to second, but just couldn't do much with him. The pitching from Oxford is just phenomenal. Good hard throwing.
So Charping will get set to face Hayden Green first up here for the Yellow Jackets. Murphy goes 2 innings, gives up 5 hits and 6 runs for the Golden Eagles. Here's Green now settling in. Get his first look at Charping here. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike.
Oh, goodness. Got a little movement on his ball there.
Swing and a miss.
Goodness. Got him a curveball going.
By Adams.
Oxford looks a little stunned by that.
Charping gets the sign, now brings it home, and that one's low. 1-2 now the count. And that was going to be a little dribbler back to Charping, fires it down the line, and out number one, as Adams will make that. Green is retired. Put out at first base to Austin Lackey.
He's got a lot of movement on his pitch.
That's a good start for Charping. Now Caden Higgins will step in. He scored a run in that big first inning for the Yellow Jackets.
One thing to see a fastball, when you see that ball dancing around in there, coming in there, that's a different story.
And that one's going to miss outside for Charping. Ball's behind 1-0 in the count here to Caden Higgins. I'll make that 2. Yeah, I got that right the first time. There's a couple of Higgins. There's a shot. It's going to be a single over into left field. Higgins with a big turn, and now he'll pull back up and will race back to first base. Gave it a look.
Yeah, he was thinking about it.
Now Jaron Turner will step to the plate. He had a hit in his first appearance.
Pitcher number 20, Jaron Turner.
See what old Jacksonville can do. See if he's going to go with his fastball or going to go back with his. It looks like he got a mean curve.
Here's Charping.
First, looking him back.
Oh, took a big cut at that one. Fouls it down by the Golden Eagle dugout. There's so much power on this team for the Yellow Jackets. Goodness.
See what he can get in here. strike.
Quick move over to first. Back in time is Higgins.
He ain't drifting too far off first.
There's Turner with a shot down the first base line, and it'll hit a wall and come back out over into right field, but just a loud strike, that one. 0-2 now the count.
Plenty to work with here. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first.
Oh, there's a quick throw, and almost caught Higgins going the wrong direction. Charpin has a pretty good little move over the first.
He does. That runner gets too far out there, he'll get him.
Gives him a look. Now we'll come home. And that's in the dirt, and that's going to advance Higgins, who was going on that pitch regardless. As Morris will track it down.
Yeah, his curveball got away from him a little bit, got in the dirt, got past the catcher, and he's able to advance down to second.
Sometimes I think the pitchers get a little too involved with the runner on the base and kind of get out of rhythm a little bit coming home.
I think so too.
1-2, Charping ahead in the count here to Turner. There's a high, sky-high pop-up, and Charping will take that one himself. And Turner is retired, so 2 away now. And coming to the plate for the Yellow Jackets is Trey Higgins.
He's got a lot of movement on his pitch. Really hard to get around on it and get a good solid hit. But they're getting around on it, making contact.
So Charping has been effective here in this 3rd inning. His first inning of work tonight for Jacksonville. Replaced Dylan Murphy, who started the ball game. Charping brings it in. That gets away from Morris, but just for a moment, and almost a throw back down as Higgins kind of danced a little far away.
He's got a little bit of a breaking ball there.
And that ball low from Charping.
Broke a little too low.
Yep. 2-0 the count. Higgins stands in. And that one gets away, and that's going to advance Higgins over to third. There's a couple of misses now on the dirt on this batter by Charping. He's losing a little bit of that control he's shown in the early part of this inning.
Yeah, I don't think he's got much of a fastball. He's got a lot of movement on his pitches, trying to breaking ball, curve ball. A couple of them went in the dirt. Now he's got his runner over on third base with 2 out.
So Higgins with a chance to drive in another run here. And that one's inside, loses Trey Higgins on 4 pitches. So Higgins down to first, and Higgins over on third. You got Trey on first and Caden on third. Runners at the corners with 2 away here for the Yellow Jackets, and stepping up to the plate now, that'll be number 24, Caden Sparks.
Yeah, his fastball had a little zip on there. It was just a little bit inside, but I think he might be able to go back to that. His breaking ball and curveball's not working too good.
There's the pitch to Sparks. That'll be outside. 1-0, and that is 5 straight balls thrown here by Brandon Charping.
Probably about time to take a trip to the mound.
Quick throw over to Hurst. Higgins back. I know you don't want him to get into scoring position, but if you have one get away from you, you give up another run. You're this close to getting out of the inning. And he goes, and the pitch is too hard to handle, and he's down to second base.
Yeah, he tried his curveball again, went down the dirt.
So behind 2-0 now. Sparks with a chance to drive in 2. With a hit. There's a strike from Sharping. That was much needed. Had 6 balls in a row. Now gets one in there for a strike.
Yeah, he needs to stick with that fastball for a while.
There's one in the dirt again.
Yeah, went back to his curveball.
Just not getting that one over here. 3-1 now, the count on Sparks. In danger of loading them up here. There's another one in the dirt, not even close. Now we get Brody Sire back to the plate. That'll be his 3rd appearance of the ball game. Sparks will check out, get a pinch runner for him.
Bases are loaded. 2 outs.
Brody Sire.
Number 2, Brody Sire.
He's your center fielder here for the Yellow Jackets, and this is certainly danger time here, Brandon.
It is, because his curveball and breaking ball's not working, so he's going to have to probably go to his fastball, and Sire could definitely do some damage with it.
Got nowhere to put him. And that's high, just high. Close pitch on that one. It is driven into center field. 1 run is in, waving the runner around third, and 2 runs across for the Yellow Jackets, and they lead this one 8-0. Clutch hit there by Brody Sire.
Yeah, he went back to his fastball, had to put it right over the plate.
Yep.
Those other pitches just wasn't quite working for him, but Sire read it like a book.
Had nowhere to put him. That'll bring Sparks back up to the plate now.
Let's go. Right fielder number 28, Reese Howard.
Reese Howard stands in. Oxford with a couple more runs across here on a couple of hits, and looked like he was going to lay down a bunt. That was low and missed for a ball. Sharping wants to come in and have a talk with Morris, his catcher. Straight here on, I guess, the signals of what pitch to want to throw here.
Yeah, I got to figure out what's working. You know, the Oxford's just a good fastball hitting team.
Yeah.
But his fastball's just not quite as potent as his other pitches. But
Here it is. Pitch in. Howard takes a big cut and misses it, fouls it straight back.
Two outs. I'm sure he just wants to get out of the inning. Runner in scoring position.
And there, that's just going to hit the batter. So can't advance. Yeah, will advance the runners because it loads the bases again.
Yeah, tried an off-speed pitch there, got away from him, and got the batter.
Here's Brennan McCullough, as the Yellow Jackets could really blow this one wide open here in the bottom of the third with another hit here. Time is taken for the runner down at first. Howard now completes the shoe tying, and we're ready to go. And Sharping again with nowhere to put the runner, or the batter. Brendan McCullough stands in. Here's the pitch, and that was going to be fouled. I think fouled. It is. I didn't know if it was going to come back or not. It tried. I thought it was going to be out of the park when it left the plate, and it blew back in just inside the line, Brandon.
I don't know how it did that.
I do. It's a hurricane wind blowing that direction.
Well, 2 outs, 1 strike.
And bases loaded for McCullough. Got a little instruction down there from the first base coach.
He's an interesting pitcher. You just never know what he's going to throw.
Yeah. He'll come home, and that one's low for ball 1.
Probably just throwing a breaking ball there.
And pulls that one foul down the first base line. Got out ahead of that one. The off speed fooled him a little bit there.
It did.
So 1-2 now. In the hole is McCullough. Chance to deliver a big hit with the bases loaded for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. They already up by an 8-0 count here on Jacksonville. And that one's low. Evens it up at 2-2.
Two balls, two strikes, two outs.
Oxford, a very powerful hitting team, but they've also shown the patience to make a pitcher work as McCullough will drill another one down the first baseline foul.
Yeah, threw him another off-speed pitch there. He's just a little late on it.
He's hitting the ball hard. If he's able to hang back a little bit on that off speed, he could really deliver a big hit. Tate Adams on the on-deck circle. And there's just no let up in this Yellow Jacket lineup.
Good solid team.
High, 3-2. Runners will be going.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Like you said, everybody's going to be sprinting on this one.
Sharping gets the side, and he'll bring it home. McCullough drills it. Deep ball into left field. That one's out of here. Grand slam for Brennan McCullough. Oh, my.
I saw it coming.
And we get our first home run of the night. And it's a big one. A grand slam for McCullough. And that blows this game wide open. 11-0. The Yellow Jackets with the lead.
You got him with a couple off-speed pitches there and fouled him off, and tried one more too many.
I told you if he got that timing right.
You did.
And back on it just a little bit, he would take it yard, and he did. You see the replay there on the screen, and that was a no-doubter. That cleared out there, probably in the neighborhood of 335, 340.
Yeah, somewhere around there, for sure.
Here's Tate Adams now for the Yellow Jackets. Still 2 out in the inning. And now a 12-0 lead for Oxford. There's a strike to Adams.
First grand slam I've ever seen in high school baseball.
I believe it is for me, too.
Really?
I think so.
Gosh, that's pretty good. You're what, at 75?
No, that's another partner of mine. 1-1 the count here.
Hope he's not listening.
That ball is high for a 2-1 count now.
Trying to get him with the fastball. Just drifted high on him.
There's a drive. That is over into left field. Wynn going to hold that one up, and this inning is over as making the catch out in left field for Jacksonville. That is number 7 for the Golden Eagles. That is Austin Patterson. We go to the top of the 4th. Oxford dominating.
Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a
Choccolocco Park, where it has been 2 big innings for the Yellow Jackets, and they are dominating this ball game 12-0. The big blow in inning number 3 from Brennan McCullough, a grand slam home run.
Wow.
Turner now with that 12-run lead comes home inside Brushing the batter back off the plate a little bit. That's Blake Morris, the catcher for the Golden Eagles, who stands in here in the top of the fourth. That one is going to miss low and inside, so 2-0 count to Morris. Fouled straight back that time as Morris couldn't catch up with a fastball from Turner, who is a fast worker. I like that.
Yeah, he is.
And he comes inside, just misses there.
I'll paint that inside corner with that fastball.
Austin Lackey in the on-deck circle. There's a swing and a miss. Foul back to the screen by Morris. Runs the count full at 3-2.
Ought to give him something good to hit here.
And he's going to hit a dribbler that's going to go foul. So still 3-2. Morris hanging in there against Turner in this at bat. Comes home, swing, and a foul ball right over the dugout.
Can't swing to get around on it. A little late.
High, misses and loses him. So another leadoff runner on base for Jacksonville, but they haven't been able to bring any of those home. Lackey will step in now and try to change that as we'll get a pinch runner for Morris. And the pinch run will be number 16, Joshua Joyner. First baseman is Austin Lackey. Steps in now with a runner on first. Nobody out here to face Jaron Turner.
See if Turner goes back to his fastball.
Swing and a miss. As that one was just right down the pipe. Hit this if you can.
Hit it if you can.
Lackey could not. 0-1. That one misses outside. Sparks does a good job keeping that one in front of him.
Yep, holds the runner at first.
There's a foul ball. Space line out of play.
Good hard hit, just back.
1-2 now. On Lackey. Ball 2 there.
Trying to go a little off speed on him. 2 strikes. Comfortable lead, he should be able to relax and throw his pitch.
And that one's high, so 3-2 now. Second consecutive hitter here that Turner has gone full on. See if he comes in with the heater or if he tries to throw a little off-speed pitch here and trip. Pitch is in there, and that is tipped foul, so Lackey gets a piece of it to stay alive here.
Balls, 2 strikes.
Count is full. Turner going to look over to first base, but not going to head over there. That one's high and tight, so ball 4. He's lost 2 in a row now. And the Golden Eagles trying to get something working here in the top of the 4th. 2 on, nobody out.
I don't think Jacksonville's gotten past second base tonight, have they?
They have not. So Turner will have a visit to from the dugout. Talk a little bit about what's going on with the pitches.
Time to calm down, throw his heat, put it right there around the knees. Got a 12-0 lead. Might as well just
throw
make them put it in
strikes.
play. Throw
Throw
strikes.
strikes and let them put the ball in play. Making his way to the plate for the Golden Eagles is Joshua Glass.
I think Glass was one of the one pitch earlier made it over to second, correct?
I think so. First real spot of trouble that Turner's been in tonight. Fakes the bunt.
Pass ball inside.
Yep. So 1-0.
Don't want to hit him again.
No. Strike there from Turner. 1-1 now.
He likes that inside corner.
Brandon, I think you should bring a heater tomorrow night.
I think so.
Got one?
Yeah.
Maybe bring two. That bunt is popped up. Turner can't get there. Only play is to first. And the put out there. Now Golden Eagles will have runners at second and third. And that is the first time tonight Jacksonville gets a runner to third base.
Good bunt.
Did the job, advanced the runners, and now Kyle Seeker steps in for the Golden Eagles.
Runners on second and third. First base is open.
Coming in there hard with the strike. Seeger takes a look at that one.
That's all you got to do.
Let's see if Turner can pitch out of trouble here for Oxford.
I don't even know if I try to hit the corner. Just throw it over the plate.
Yeah. Swing and a miss by Seeger.
That's what he's doing.
0-2 now. One away. Second and third. Runners for the Golden Eagles.
Nothing fancy there. Just pitch and catch.
Here's the pitch and another swing and a miss. Ball gets away and down to first for the out. And two away now. As Seeger is retired. And now Brandon Charping, the pitcher, is to the plate.
Number 10, Brandon Sharp.
Might see a little aggressive hitting here after that grand slam earlier.
You might. Strike in there from Turner. As he is, seems to have found that location once again.
Yeah, just straight over the plate. He ain't even hitting the corners, just going straight over the plate.
And misses with that one outside, perhaps. One and one now. Two away. Two on. That one fouled straight back.
Do him another fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't know. I'm not even so sure he'll go with an off-speed pitcher. I think he's just going to throw the heat.
Head in the count. And here's Turner. And that one bounces to the plate. Sparks does a good job of knocking that one down. Count evens up at 2-2.
Curveball once again hits the dirt, but he had a few pitches to play with, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm sure he'll go back to his heater.
And there's a ball hit up to the third baseman. Fired across in the dirt. And that's going to score 2 runs. Error for the Yellow Jackets. As that throw fired across there from Tate Adams, and that one was thrown away, and that's an error on your third baseman, and Jacksonville is on the board. Cut the lead to 10.
That's not what you wanted to do, but you know, sometimes that third baseman, that throw comes in low.
So now Loud will step in. And Turner giving up the first runs of the night, but really it's unearned runs. Zamonte Loud at the plate for the Golden Eagles. Here's the pitch from Turner, fouled away by Loud. 0-1.
Runner on second.
Brandon Hurd stands in on the on-deck circle. Here's Turner. Swing and a miss by Loud. Couldn't catch up to that one.
Good fastball. See if he goes with an off speed here or if he just throws the heat.
Here's the pitch. Foul, lifted high in the air. And that's going to be a put out at second base. And the inning is over. Jacksonville scores 2, but they trail by 10, headed to the bottom of the 4th here on the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA. Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Yellow Jackets up by 10 here at Choccolocco Park in Oxford, the Calhoun County Baseball Tournament, 2018 edition. Last semifinal of the night, and the winner of this one takes on the Alexandria Valley Cubs in the championship game tomorrow night here at Choccolocco Park. Stepping up to the plate now for the Yellow Jackets, that is number 13, and that's Hayden Green. Green will stand in against Brandon Charpy. Looks like he is going to hang in there as the pitcher tonight. Dylan Murphy went 2 innings for the Golden Eagles. Charping has gone 1 inning and
Fastball up high.
Gave up a lot of runs there. Yeah, 1 ball. Green stands in. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss.
Caught him on the curve.
And that one's low. And that'll be a 2-1 count.
I thought the wind was dying down, but it's coming back.
There's a hit right back up between the legs of Charping, and that'll get into center field. And Green with the big turn, but gonna have to hold right there.
I couldn't tell if he was trying to catch it or just get out of the way.
Maybe a little bit of both. I think it's kind of self-preservation. Caden Higgins now steps back up to the plate. And now we'll get a pitch runner, I think. Do we for Green down there? Here's Caden Higgins facing Charping. We do have a pinch runner there for Green. And there's the pitch there for a strike from Charping.
He threw a nice fastball.
That one inside for ball 1. Backs Caden Higgins off the plate a little bit.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a drive. Dead center field. And a long out. Good catch back there on the baseball by the Golden Eagles center fielder Glass.
Glass was running back there. I wasn't too sure there, but he finally caught up with it.
Yellow Jackets, number 11, Will McDowell.
Dale McDowell. I think the first time that we've seen McDowell tonight. His first plate appearance for Oxford. He'll step in with one aboard and one away. Here's a pitch from Charping. McDowell will take a look at it, and he'll take ball one.
See what kind of pitch he can throw here. He's got a nice fastball. Nope.
That one's in there for a strike. Of course, tomorrow there will be a 1 hour delay for the championship game. It will be tomorrow at will be on the air. 1 hour delay at the championship game. 6:45. You can tune in to the Friday Night Network for that. Again, 6:45 tomorrow night. Join us for the championship matchup that looks to be Oxford and Alexandria, though not officially yet. Alexandria certainly officially, but Oxford's still working on that. McDowell takes a big cut at it and hits it foul down the third baseline. 2-2. One away, one on here for the Yellow Jackets as the wind howls once again.
Mercy.
That one's outside. Runner goes, and he's going to make it easily.
Curveball got away from him again.
And that runs the count full, and now a runner in scoring position for McDowell. Could drive in on a run here, get an RBI. McDowell, big cut, and tips it foul, so count will remain full at 3-2, and we'll do it again.
One out.
And there's a swing, and again, gets just a piece of it to stay alive.
Two fastballs might come at him with an all-speed pitch here.
Yeah, he's close on the timing on the fastball. Here's the pitch.
There
The
it
swing and a
was.
miss. Couldn't catch up with the high one there, and 2 away now. Here at the bottom half of the 4th inning. Making the way to the plate. Trey Higgins now the batter for the Yellow Jackets. Pitch in there for a strike from Charping.
Looks like he's finding his groove. His pitch has got a lot of movement on it.
He'll step off the mound, take a look back at the lead that was taken over there at second base. Right now, again, I wouldn't worry too much about second base. Worry about throwing strikes and getting Higgins out at the plate. That'll take care of everything.
Fastball just missed outside on the corner.
Charping gives up the line shot, but right to the shortstop. And that is out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. The Yellow Jackets will have that 10-run lead. And as we move to the top of the 5th inning, it's time to talk about our midday break. It is presented by Clark's Lawn and Landscape Service in Jacksonville. David Clark and his crews, of course, specializing in both commercial and residential landscaping and lawn design, as well as installation and maintenance.
And they do exceptional stonework that ranges from poolside to your retainer walls to your patio and fire pits. True works of a work of art, uniquely yours.
Absolutely. Hey, if you want to talk about your landscaping needs, all you got to do is give David a call at 256-452-8752. Call him today. And if you want to see more of Clark's Lawn and Landscape Services work, well, all you got to do is follow him on Facebook.
And for all your commercial and residential needs, call the best in the business, Clark's Lawn and Landscape Service today.
All right, we'll get ready to head here to the top of the 5th inning, and it's do or die time for Jacksonville. They trail by 10, so they got to make something happen here, Brandon, or this one will be in the books. As Turner doesn't waste a lot of time with his warm-ups, he's ready to go. First batter up here for the Golden Eagles. That'll be number 20, Brandon Breeding.
Yep, do or die. They got to score some runs.
Shift the center fielder over to a little bit more to the left side of dead center field for Breeding. Here's the pitch from Turner, and that's a low for ball one. Had some location problems in that last inning. Had a couple of walks and gave up a couple of runs on an error. Low on that one too. Jacksonville, the Golden Eagles, no hits in this one, so Turner is working on a no-hitter.
That's right, he is, isn't it?
Yeah. That one's high and for ball three, and so 3 quick balls again. Falls behind in that count. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Nothing fancy either. He's just doing fastball after fastball, throwing them fast too.
Here he comes. Breeding. Let's take strike 2. This Turner just working fast here.
I like it.
Swing and a miss. One away here in the top of the 5th.
That was unbelievable. I mean, looked like he was going to fall behind that count, and then just 3 strikes back to back to back.
Yeah, go get behind 3-0 and boom, boom, boom.
Seriously. That's just straight up good pitching.
Yes, it is. Now stepping in, that'll be Colton Clark. He rips a shot into the dugout, his own dugout, or near it, for strike 1.
Nothing fancy, just throwing the heat.
Here he comes again. There's a foul back to the screen, 0-2. And well, he is wasting no time. He's kind of in a rhythm right now.
I like that.
Well, I do too. I'm a little surprised though that maybe the Golden Eagle hitters don't maybe step out a little bit and try to throw off that rhythm a little bit.
Well, I thought that's what Breeding was going to do, but he just stood in there, and next thing you know, he was heading back to the dugout.
Yeah. Here's Clark stepping back in, 1-2 the count, and there is a little chip shot, and that's going to be safe as Breeding will beat that out. So 1 aboard with 1 away, and Dylan Murphy will come to the plate now for the Golden Eagles. Do or die time for Jacksonville. They're down by 10. They've got to get a run across here in the inning to extend this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop what I'm doing either. I think I'd just keep throwing the heat.
Yeah, that was just kind of, he called it just a little piece of that ball. It was just a little kind of a chip single, if you will. Didn't catch it solid, just got it in play. Here's Turner, low with that pitch. 1-0 to Murphy.
I really like that hurry up.
First hit of the night for the Golden Eagles, by the way, here in the top of the 5th.
Right, wasn't it?
Lost the no-hitter there. There's a strike.
I was going to see my first no-hitter and grand slam all on the same night.
How about that? Came close. Saw a no-hitter in softball last year. No, it wasn't an official no-hitter because it was the 10 run rule, but it was still a no-hitter. 0-2 or 1-2 make that the count now on Murphy. 1 away, 1 on here for the Golden Eagles. Top of the 5th inning. That's inside, and it hits the batter. They say it caught Murphy. So that is the 3rd hit batsman of the night for Turner. And the Golden Eagles with 1st and 2nd and 1 away.
Well, if it's Oxford and Alexandria tomorrow, I bet you we won't see a no-hitter.
I wouldn't think so. Blake Morris, catcher, now stands in for the Golden Eagles. Inside again.
Wow.
They hit him. It must be Nick and Clough.
I must, because that is so.
So all of a sudden the bases are loaded for the Golden Eagles. 2 batters hit in a row by Turner, and Austin Lackey will stand in now for Jacksonville. Good gracious. This inning changed in a hurry.
1 out, bases loaded.
Self-inflicted. Outside, 1-0.
But that's healthy. Test your pitcher, see what his confidence level is.
Strike for Turner. He only gets in trouble when he tries too much to paint the outside corners. Maybe, of course, I mean, you want to make it hard to hit. Swing and a tip, but strike 2 now.
Well, he's ahead of this batter. He got 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So
Lackey will step back in. Turner will go back to work. Swing and a miss. And Austin Lackey will have a seat 2 away now here in the inning. And the last hope for the Golden Eagles is Josh Glass.
he didn't look rattled.
No.
He's keeping his cool. So
He looked like he might be a little mad.
Yeah.
And that one's low and ball 1. High pop fly. Will the wind bring it back in? No, it will land on the dugout. And then in the stands. So 1-1 for Josh Glass.
Bases loaded.
Strike 2.
Nothing fancy, just throwing that heater. It's what, the 5th inning, and he's still throwing hard.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yep,
Glass. 1-2 counts. Here comes Turner. Ripped up the middle to deep short, and that's going to play the run, and this game will go on. RBI single for Josh Glass. Bases loaded, 9-run game. Now stepping up for the Golden Eagles, it'll be number 5. That is Kyle Seeger.
Number 5, Kyle Seeger.
See if they can score some more runs here with bases loaded. A little 2-out trouble here.
Swing and a miss for Seeger. High heat there from Turner. 0-1 the count. Strike 2.
Sticking with his fastball seems to be working for him.
That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. And there's a shot that is foul. Just foul.
Barely. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He's got something to play with now.
Well, they had something to play with a moment ago and gave up a base hit.
Yeah, well, it happens. Let's see what he's got there.
Here's Turner. Sets himself. And outside. With the miss, 2-2. Sharping in the on-deck circle now for the Golden Eagles. Swing and a miss. Side is retired, but the Golden Eagles played a run, and they cut it to 9. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Yellow Jackets coming up here on Friday Night Network.
Face it, when buffering arrives, the So ditch your slow internet. It has speeds of up to 110 times faster than AT&T. No buffering, no stuttering, just the experience. So bring home Cable One and make buffering Cable One, the face of fast.
Step into the Middlebrook CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for visual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can get the advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard, but they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. Your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 19th in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oxford leads this one by 9, and the Yellow Jackets need but one more score, and this one would be in the books. Can they get it here in the bottom of the 5th inning against Brandon Charping?
Very possible.
It's possible. Charping looks like he has perhaps finished the warm-up tosses. No, may have another one or two here. Sparks will be the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the inning here for the Oxford Yellow Jackets as they give up 3 runs in the last couple of innings to extend this ball game. Glass with the big hit in the bottom or top half of the 5th inning. Let's see if Oxford can answer.
I just can't get over how beautiful this baseball field is.
It is gorgeous, isn't it?
Love it.
Caden Sparks steps in. Here's the pitch, and that one's low, so ball 1. And that one outside for ball 2.
He's got so much movement on his pitches.
Taking a little time, now comes set, fires it to the plate. That one's in there for a strike.
Even his fastball's got movement on it.
Yep. Outside for ball 3. Behind the Sparks here, 3-1 in the count. On deck now for Oxford is Brody Sire. There's in there for a strike. That'll run it full here at 3-2.
Kind of looks like he's throwing a splitter. It's too fast for a curve. But it's moving.
And strike 3. After falling behind 3-1, he retires. Sparks. And that'll get Brody Sire to the plate. Lefty.
Number 2, Brody Sire.
On deck is Howard. Reese Howard.
I'm going to officially say the wind has stopped.
Oh, don't even go there. It'll pick back up at about 40 miles an hour in a second. There's a high fly ball that's going to be drifting down and away, way out of play. Down the first base side, so 0-1 the count.
Old Glory out there in right field, sitting still actually a little bit.
For the first time tonight, I think. Now it's just cold. And there's a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 now to Sire.
2 strikes, 1 out.
That one's in the dirt. You can make it a 1-2 count.
Now the left-handed batter up there.
Yep, Sire hitting lefty. Reaches out and just fouls that one away. Kind of at the last second. I didn't think he was going to swing at it.
He barely caught it.
There's a single or a shot ripped down to first base, but and that's a close play, and the umpire was not in a great position to make that call, but a quick put out there by the first baseman for the Golden Eagles. And that was Austin Lackey.
Maybe Oxford won't score this inning.
Reese Howard now. at the plate. And on deck is that guy, Brennan McCullough, who hit the grand slam back in the third inning. Fouled straight back at us. 0-1. Howard, another lefty.
See if he'll give him something to swing at.
That one comes in low, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Sharping. That's a little high and maybe a little bit outside as well. 2-1 the count now on Howard. And there's a foul ball. Evens it up at 2-2.
Getting a little late on his pitches.
Yep. There's a shot, and right at second base and off the glove. And we've got a runner on board now, do the Yellow Jackets. It's right off the glove of Dylan Murphy, your second baseman.
Hard hit.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Hit it on the button, didn't he?
He did.
He was just a little late on a couple of them, but he wasn't late on that one.
No.
Still should have been an out, though. It was right at Murphy. Now McCullough steps in. Can he end it? His last swing was deposited over left center for a grand slam. Got some speed there in Howard. It was outside McCullough. I think Charping might be a little careful to him this time.
I bet he.
Tate Adams is on deck now for Oxford. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Throw over to first. Not in time.
Keeping him honest.
1-0 count here to McCullough. That was outside, not even close. 2-0.
Good eye by McCullough. Waiting for his pitch.
That's high again. 3-0 now to Brandon McCullough.
Got to give him something to swing at here.
Yep.
And he just don't like the kind of guy would take the pitch. He might come out swinging.
Here's the pitch, and well outside. Loses him on 4 straight. Thought he might be a little ginger with Brendan McCullough. Can't really blame him.
Yeah.
But that does put a runner in scoring position now in the form of Reese Howard. And to the plate, Tate Adams. And now we get a visit to the mound, and we are going to have a pitching change. So pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th. The Yellow Jackets with 2 on, 2 away, and leading it by 9. We'll grab a timeout. This is the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
Pitching change for the Golden Eagles here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 away and 2 on for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. New pitcher into the ball game. Number 7 is Austin Patterson for Jacksonville.
Looks like he's a good hard thrower.
Yeah. So Tate Adams will face somebody he hasn't, I guess, seen to this point. Watching him warm up, watching the motion. Of course, plenty of pitches given when you come in cold like this. So Patterson continues his warm-ups.
Good control.
Yeah.
Good fastball. So it'll be interesting. How many pitches they give them?
I don't know what the...
I don't know if there's a set number or not.
I'm not sure. You'll get more if it's somebody that hasn't been in the game that's not loose, though. And Patterson has not been in. And that is... See the umpire walking back in. That's going to be it. They give them that many, Brandon. However many that was.
I lost count.
I did too. It was a lot. Let's see what Patterson can do here. As he will face first batter is Tate Adams.
Number 9, Tate Adams.
There's a strike, so good start there for Patterson.
Real good start. Two outs.
Swing and a miss by Adams. He quickly in a hole 0-2.
Got a little vicious fastball going.
Here's the pitch. Fouled back. And that is caught by the Golden Eagle dugout. As the catch is made there right on the dugout line by DeMonte Loud. That'll end the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th here on the Friday Night Network.
Your pet is an important part of your family that returns love and care unconditionally. And right now's the best time to think about your pet's care for the spring months ahead. Greenbrier Animal Clinic in Anniston has been taking care of pets in the Calhoun County area for over 3 decades. Call now and schedule your pet for their annual vaccinations, flea and tick treatment, or grooming. Dr. Bill Brom and Dr. Elizabeth Main ensure your pet always sees a vet. X-ray, lab, and the latest surgical facilities on site ensures quality health care. Greenbrier Animal Clinic. Warm hearts, treating cold noses.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Face it, when buffering arrives, the party's over. So ditch your slow internet and get Cable One. It has speeds of up to 100 megabits, and that is 10 times faster than AT&T. No buffering, no stuttering, just the ultimate streaming experience. So bring home Cable One and make buffering a thing of the past. Cable One, the face of fast.
Pitching change for the Oxford Yellow Jackets here as we start the 6th inning. Here it is David Mooney, number 19, steps in up on the mound. He'll face Brandon Charping, who just was lifted by the Golden Eagles at the pitching spot and immediately throws a strike in there.
Mercy. He's got a mean fastball, too.
Yep. There's a high fly ball. And camping out underneath it and put out there in right field. No problem for the Yellow Jackets there. They lead by 9, 1 away quickly as Charping flies out. Loud, who made the final put out a moment ago for the Golden Eagles.
See what Mooney can throw here.
Threw it in the dirt that time. So 1-0. to Loud.
12-3.
There's in there for a strike. 1-1 now.
Another fastball right across the knees. That's where you want it.
That's low for ball 2.
He ain't trying to paint the corners. He's just doing it right there at the knees.
Yep. There's a shot by Loud. Coming in, and can't get there. It drops. And Loud is aboard with a high-flying single. So Mooney gives up his first hit. It'll be the 3rd hit of the night for the Golden Eagles. And now stepping up to the plate is Austin Patterson, who's number 7.
He might have to start painting them corners.
Yeah, he is the pitcher now for the Golden Eagles. Patterson stands in and looks at ball 1 from Mooney. And low with ball 2 there. Ball's behind 2-0. 1 away, 1 on for the Golden Eagles. Loud with the 3rd hit of the night for Jacksonville. Here's Mooney coming in low again. That gets away from Sparks, and Loud will get down to second base easily without a throw.
He thought about it, but no sense in it.
No. And now quickly a trip to the mound here for Oxford to try to settle Mooney down a little bit. Looked good on that first batter, and now kind of get a little wild here.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's trying to paint that, throw it right there at the knees, and keeps getting a little low on him, getting in the dirt. I think he'll be okay if he can pick it up just a little bit.
Three and one now, the count.
That's a good fastball.
Now Patterson will stand back in, and we'll get time as coming into the mound. Here's your second baseman. A quick word there for Mooney. Currently, Bargerhuff. Swing and a miss by Patterson. 0-2, or 3-2, I should say, the count. Runner at second, one away.
Kind of a full count to work with here.
And there's a shot down foul down the third base side.
Couldn't quite get around on that fastball. Can't throw no junk here.
Nope. Don't want to lose him.
Not with one out.
Comes set, looks back at second, now fires it to home, and there's strike three. That was a nice pitch.
It was with a full count. Got to throw a strike, and he just threw it perfect.
Colton Clark now will stand in for the Golden Eagles. In the top of the sixth, facing Mooney. There's a low pitch for ball one. Falls behind 1-0. Loud is the runner at second. 2 away here, the top of the sixth. Oxford up by that 9-run margin. There's a strike right in there.
Nothing fancy, just right across the knees. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's strike 2.
Another fastball right at the knees. If you're a batter, you know what's coming. Question is, can you get around on it?
Yes. Lifts one out into the outfield. Right fielder's right there, and that one's away. Top of the sixth is done. Oxford coming to the plate when we come back here on the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
Bottom of the sixth. Yellow Jackets facing Patterson for the second inning. Austin Patterson here in the bottom of the sixth. First batter up will be Hayden Green for the Yellow Jackets.
The designated hitter, number 13, Hayden Green.
See what his pitch selection will be.
And that one's going to miss outside for Patterson. 1-0 to count. Oxford plates one run. This one is in the books. If not, we'll go to the top of the seventh. And there's a fly ball lifted down the line. That's going to be foul. Evens the count at 1-1.
What if we get to do a seventh inning stretch?
They only play 7 innings.
Do what?
I think they only play 7 innings in high school.
Oh. So we will get to stretch.
Yeah. Strike on Patterson. He now gets ahead in the count, 1-2. Green will stand in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Green is retired.
Mercy, he's got a mean fastball.
Now Caden Higgins will step in for the Yellow Jackets to face Patterson, who has looked sharp in his time on the mound so far for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, they might have found something in him.
Pitch is outside for ball one.
Is he a senior?
And there is ball two. Incoming.
Thought that was the win.
Here's a pitch from Patterson. That's inside for strike one. That was looked like it was a good ways inside. Patterson is a junior.
Junior.
Yep. That one's outside for ball three. David Mooney is on deck. He is the pitcher now for the Yellow Jackets. There's a shot, and that's going to be a single. Sharp one there for Caden Higgins. Big turn at first, and we'll trot back. So David Mooney will have a chance to do a little damage of his own here. His first appearance at the plate tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
That was a nice hit. Straight to left field.
And here's Patterson after giving up his first hit of the night. 10th one for the Yellow Jackets. Comes set to Mooney, who lifts it straight up in the air, pop fly. And that catcher misses that one. Morris coming over, gave chase, and maybe slipped a little bit on the on-deck circle and let that one get behind him. So it is strike one.
Just kept carrying and carrying and stopped.
Yep. The wind has died considerably, but the temperature has also dropped considerably.
It has.
I'm trying to say it's just a miserable night in general. That is outside for ball one. To Mooney. One on, one away here in the bottom of the sixth for Oxford. And that one's low and inside for ball two. So Patterson falling behind here.
Yeah, he's trying to paint that inside corner and just not having any luck.
Oh, caught the runner leaning, got him. What a move there by Patterson to pick off Caden Higgins at first. Caught him stepping towards second, zipped it over there, and two away.
I was wondering if we was going to see that tonight.
Yeah.
We did.
So Mooney now with nobody on, ahead in the count 2-1. Foul ball for David Mooney. Trey Higgins is on deck. So Oxford, after building a 12-0 lead, unable to close it out, it looks like, in less than a full game. The ball by Mooney. Trying to get the timing on that from Patterson. A little bit late on it so far.
Jacksonville hanging. And what we've seen tonight is some runs on a couple of errors.
Ran out of baseballs there. To find a few more.
Dix just
Yeah.
I'll be more than happy to go
Yeah.
in my hot truck.
Yeah. Yeah. People had to turn the heater on and ride over there. Might take a little while though. So 2-2 count here to Mooney. Swing right ahead. And Mooney is aboard with a shingle. So the two hits have been hit very hard.
Real hard.
Now, Trey Higgins will be for the Yellow Jackets.
Put 2 outs to work with.
I mean, it was right at the head of Austin Patterson.
No way I'd get up there and pitch.
No way.
One of them gold mouth guards.
Yeah. I'd have on a full face mask and bulletproof vest and everything else I could think of to protect. That ball comes back at you in a hurry off these aluminum bats. 1-0 the count now to Higgins. That's in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1.
Still getting his fastball going right there around the knees. But now then it drifts south on him.
Fouls it back. A little bit late.
Oop, hit the dodge, didn't it?
Nope, hit the fence.
See, they need to get one of them little collar things, like when you one of them minor league games when there's foul balls, sounds like glass breaking or a cow meow.
Let's start. 1-2 the count. That one outside. I think that was a bit of a pitch out. Mooney was going, but was not. Runs the count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up to Trey Higgins. There goes Mooney, and foul tipped. On deck is Peyton Howard.
Pretty fast.
Yeah. He was not slow. Maybe a pinch runner. Quick pickoff move. Back safely.
Not even close.
Yeah, that is a pinch runner. That is Ashton Adams, who is pinch running for your pitcher, David Mooney. There he goes again. There's a swing and a little number that's going to be taken by Loud, and we go to the top of the 7th. Oxford leads it by 9 here on the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Turn your old junk into quick cash. Head to Metters Auto Core Supply at 7435 Alabama Highway 144 in Alexandria today. They'll pay you cash for catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, brass, steel, cars, automotive cores, appliances, and much, much more. Not sure if they'll buy what you're selling? Call ahead at 256-892-0406. Get the money you need from the junk you don't want. Take it to Metters Auto Core Supply on Highway 144 in Alexandria. You'll leave happy with money in your pocket.
Lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning. Oxford up big, 12-3. Just not big enough to shorten the game. And there is our 4th hit batter of the night by the Yellow Jackets.
He got hit.
The only thing I can figure is it's sitting in the uniform because the ball is not ricocheting off of him.
No.
I just, I can't imagine how you can have that many called by just brushing a uniform.
Yeah. I mean, when I get hit by a pitch, I'd lay there and cry and scream.
Shoot, I guess.
Get Mama to go get me some ice from the concession stand.
It didn't hit any flesh, I can promise you that. There's a strike in there by Mooney. 0-1 the count now to Morris, who stands in. Or actually, yeah, to Morris. Blake Morris, who's in there, the catcher for the Golden Eagles. Waits on it and watches it go in there for a strike. Strike 2.
Looks like he slowed down his delivery again from the last inning.
Yeah. There's a high fly ball. And put out. And again, the wind still wreaking havoc out there in the outfield. It moved that ball around some.
Right fielder's been busy out there tonight.
Indeed. 1 away here in the top of the 7th.
Number 22, Austin Lack.
Austin Lackey now will stand in, number 22. There's a drive straight away center field, but played perfectly. And 2 away. Hit that on the nose, but right at the center fielder.
It looks like he's giving them something to swing at.
Yeah.
Let his defense do the
Put it in
job.
play. Josh
Right.
Glass, who extended this game with his single, RBI single. Back in the 5th inning. That's hits. Second hit batter of the inning as Glass turned right into that one.
Now I'll give him that one.
Yeah, that
a
was
hit.
definitely hit by that one.
Mama-
Kyle Seeker will step up now.
Mama'd be going to get me some ice from the
Yeah.
concession stand.
Yeah.
I'd get a free day from school tomorrow.
You know that hurt. He didn't even flinch. Just trotted right down to first.
These boys are tough.
They are. Kyle Seeker stands in now against Moody. 2 away, 2 on here. Top of the 7th. And that's outside, knocked down by Sparks again. He's done a nice job behind the plate tonight. Had a few of those that were in the dirt that he's kept in front to keep runners from advancing. And again, that pitch is low and outside. And a swing for strike one. The first base umpire said yes, he goes around, does Kyle Seeger. So 1-1, the count evened up here.
2 outs.
Seeger drills one into center field, and that's going to score a run. Oxford will come home.
Wow.
At the plate, big throw there, back to second, and safe. So Jacksonville cuts it to 12-4 and extends the game yet again with another base hit, this one by Kyle Seeger.
Pretty nice. Jacksonville making a little rally here.
Charping will step into the plate to face Mooney as the wind starts to howl once again.
It's colder too.
Yeah, it is. Runners at first and second. Charping yanks one foul down the third base line. 0-1 the count.
I think he was doing better when he had that fast delivery. You know, just
Yeah.
throwing it right there before they was ready. You know, he started that off a couple innings ago, and now he's kind of slowed down.
Strike two. Quickly ahead of the count. 0-2 is Mooney.
Good fastball right around the knees.
Let's see if he can close it out on this pitch. Nope. That one apparently a little low.
He's got some pitches to play with now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And that one is outside. Quick throw over to third. Safe on the steal. Both runners advancing. 2-2 the count. Runners in scoring position now for Jacksonville. Here's Charping. And that was drilled. That's going to drop in there for a hit. And Jacksonville's going to put their 6th run of the night across the plate. And this one's getting a little closer.
It is. Interesting.
So 2 away, 1 on, and DeMonte Loud will be at the plate now for the Golden Eagles.
43, Monte Loud.
You just never know.
No.
Still a comfortable lead.
A little less comfortable than it was, but still, yeah, it's still a 4-run game. Or actually a 6-run game. Swing and a miss by Loud. 0-1. There's a high fly ball, and maybe that one does it. Drifting in at center field, and this one is in the books. The Yellow Jackets have advanced, and they will take on the Alexandria Valley Cubs tomorrow night here at Choccolocco Park, and we'll be on the air with you at 6:45 tomorrow night for that one.
6:45.
That's when you can watch it here on the
Awesome.
Friday Night Network. So, again, the Yellow Jackets, they win it tonight. Final is 12-6 over the Golden Eagles. We will see you tomorrow night, 6:45 here at Choccolocco Park on the Friday Night Network.